Welcome to Monaco for round 4 of the 1990 World Championship. This is the quarter distance of the World Championship, and we can see on the grid there Ayrton Senna taking, well, I believe it's his third pole position of the season. McLaren's fourth out of 4 races. Alainprost is alongside him on the front row, and jeanalesi has really impressed in his Tyrrell, getting up to 3rd place. And Alesi has been unlucky so far this year. He qualified 4th in Phoenix, but he dropped away pretty quickly, had a bad start, and then it all went wrong from there. He's been in the top 10 in the other races as well, but just hasn't been able to convert that to even challenge him a point. So Alesi, he seems quite bullish. He's hoping that he will be able to attack Prost early on here and to get into 2nd place and then see what he can do from there. But we shall see. The Tyrrell have got some convincing to do, I think, but Alesi certainly seems optimistic. Williams, they are both in the top 6. Mance was just outside of it. Berger is in 5th. That's going to be a bit of damage limitation for him in terms of the World Championship today, I think. Level with Senna, but unless Senna goes out of the race, as Monaco is difficult to pass. Berger is very highly likely to finish behind him, so we shall see. Piquet is down in 10th. He's come through a few times this year, but he's also had races where he's struggled, so we shall await and see which of those 2 cases it's going to be today. He'll certainly be hoping that he can get up and get a few points and keep himself, not too far off of that championship pace. But you've got to remember the Benetton are developing as a team, but they're not developed that far yet, so it could be difficult for Piquet to sustain any sort of World Championship fight over the season. But he's getting podiums, and that's crucially important. And if anything was to go wrong for front runners, there's always that possibility that Nelson could snatch a win. I mean, Benetton had some good pace in Imola. Imola was an epic race, wasn't it? And Piquet was one of those who came through, and he was right there with the McLarens at the end of the race before he spun it out of the last corner. So, Nelson is very much, I would say, in with a chance on odd races, but we saw in Brazil that he did manage to get up to the back of the leading pack for out of the points and wasn't able to do anything. So we'll see. Here comes the Monaco Grand Prix. There is Ayrton Senna on pole. Let's watch as the lights come on and the drivers warm up. Senna on the left, Prost on the right, jeanalesi in behind. Away they go, and Alesi, look, he's looking keen. He's way up behind Senna, but Senna hasn't made too strong a start on that. Holds Alesi back and allows Prost there, and I think one of the Williams has gone out the outside of Alesi. So Alesi had high hopes, but he's already dropped down to 4th. But this is Monaco. He might have a good chance of holding on to something here, even if the car doesn't have the pace. Well, Senna, Prost, and that Williams, still not sure which one it is as yet. Think it might be riccardopatrese. But those 3 are pulling away, and Alesi is having to fight a real good action. Senna has got Prost, who is looking like he wants to have a go at that McLaren. He's going to try to put it up the inside, but and Prost very tight to the back of it, and Senna, they bump a little bit, not too much, and Berger similarly applying similar pressure to Boutsen there, and Martini is solid in that Minardi as well. He's right up behind nigelmansell, so he's looking pretty good. So there we go, Senna leading, and then you got Prost, then Patrese, and there's a gap. What's happening to Boutsen and Alesi? Oh, I don't believe it. Can't get any luck. jeanalesi is out of the Grand Prix. What a shame. Senna bumping into the barrier. We know you say you've got to occasionally kiss the barriers at Monte Carlo, but this is very early to be doing that. Senna's trying to obviously maintain his position. So we saw, I think, one of the Delaras there as well with an engine issue. I think it might have been Pirro. But here's Senna still leading. Prost trying to come up and have a look. And Patrese is switching around to try to have a look at that Ferrari as well. Well, those Williams are actually looking pretty handy, aren't they, in 3rd and 4th? That Patrese is having no problems keeping up with Senna and Prost, and Boutsen has now closed in as well. So Williams have a very good race car this weekend. But Senna and Prost have the track position, and they are switching the pace between them. Senna at the moment appears to be getting away from Prost a little bit, but then Prost seems to reel it back in. So often we see that on this game, that things aren't as done and dusted as they look. Riccardopatrese he's missing. What's happened? He's off. He's hit the barrier, Patrese. Oh, I don't believe it. What a way to blow a great opportunity. Patrese's been really unlucky. The couple of races he scored points, he was actually really struggling in. And the couple of races where he's gone out, he had a chance for some major points, but it just hasn't happened. Boutsen has dropped back and he's having to fend off Berger now. So, and Martini now is up into the points in the Minardi. Can Minardi take something? That would be very interesting, but he does have the triple world champion Nelson-Piquet up behind him in the Benetton. So, well, Senna still leading. There's Prost. Boutsen starting to reel him in a bit again, and Berger holding on to the tail of Boutsen. Berger sensing that he might be able to get a half-decent result today. Even though it didn't look like that after qualifying, looked like he was going to be down the low reach to the top 6, but he's in 4th. He's got surely a sight of the podium there. Senna again, clonking that wall on the inside, and really having to be very careful how he drives. Boutsen is right there now. It's Mansell who's driving back a little bit, and he's under a bit of pressure from that Minardi. So Martini will be loving this pressure in the Ferrari. Well, there's Senna, there's Prost. Still leading in, but Boutsen is having a look here, and he's on the outside. He's not going to do nothing through there. But the pressure is definitely starting to be applied by everybody, really. And yeah, we'll keep watching this one. Boutsen there again, having a look at the Ferrari as Senna. Now Boutsen has muscled his way through on the inside. Look, Thierry Boutsen up in a second. Well, who expected that? I thought Senna and Prost would stay 1-2, but Williams, proving they've got a handy car, can Boutsen in the one remaining Williams challenge Ayrton Senna for their win of this Grand Prix? Is it possible? Well, we shall see. There's one lap left to go. Senna leading Boutsen now. Prost in 3rd. Berger still in 4th. Then Mansell in 5th. Martini in 6th. And Nelson-Piquet still loitering just behind that Minardi, hoping to be able to take advantage of a mistake and jump into the points. But at the moment, Martini is driving exceptionally well. Here comes Boutsen. He is looking menacing, although Prost is trying to get back at the Williams as well. Boutsen has a little look at Senna, and Prost behind. He is certainly thinking about a move as well. Berger in 4th is just sitting back. He's just waiting, not really trying anything. So his strategy is very much a patient one. But can you be patient when you've got half a lap to go? Well, let's just see. But Senna is looking at the moment like he is going to take that championship lead, but he needs really to ensure that he does remain ahead of Boutsen, because otherwise suddenly he's only gaining 3 points on Berger, and it's not significant enough really in that case. And there's a long, long way to go this season. Senna much tidier through that turn this time, but he's pretty much got a train behind him. Boutsen, Prost, Berger, Mansell, they're all there in a train, all hoping for something, but Senna is now, I think, controlling the pace. But he's got to be careful because he knows that Boutsen's not afraid to dive that Williams up the inside. He's running well, the grip is good for Williams, so Senna wants to control the pace but not too much. He's getting a little bit of a gap now because I think he feels like he'll need it. He knows that's where Boutsen got Prost before. Senna comes out of Rascasse now, and he's going ahead towards the line. Boutsen having another look, but you're not going to find a way through there. And then Prost is in 3rd and dropping back a little bit as Ayrton Senna comes through to cross the line to win the 1990 Monaco Grand Prix. Thierry Boutsen only 6 tenths of a second behind. Alain Prost the first back. Oh, Boutsen's got up. I think he lost his front. Has he lost his front wing? Well, it's after the. I'm not sure if he has. He might have lost the one side of it, but it's after the checkered flag anyway, so that doesn't matter for Boutsen. But both Williams sort of falling foul of that turn. Boutsen, thankfully for his team, after the flag. I think he does still have a front wing, so actually it wasn't too bad. Ayrton Senna gets the win in a great style, and then you have Thierry Boutsen finishing 2nd place for Williams, Alain Prost in 3rd, gerhardberger 4th, Nigel Mansell 5th, and whilst it might have been a heartbreak for jeanalesi failing to get Tyrrell's first points of the season, pierluigimartini delivered some delight to his team with their first point of the season. 6th place for Martini and the Minardi, holding off the Benetton. Well, I say holding off the Benetton Nelson-Piquet. Piquet actually lost quite a lot of ground in the end, so I'm guessing he made a small error somewhere and did lose some ground. Martini was comfortable enough, and he wasn't that far behind Nigel Mansell, so Minardi had genuine pace in that car. The Drivers' Championship then, Senna 6 points clear of gerhardberger, 24 to 18. Alain Prost on 16. Nelson-Piquet in 4th on 10. Boutsen 5th on 10. Mansell up to 6th on 6. Then you have Grillard, Larini, Patrese, Gugelmin, Donnelly, Warwick and Martini. The Constructors' Championship, McLaren on 42 points, leading it. Ferrari 2nd on 22. Williams 3rd on 13. They climb back ahead of Benetton, who are on 10. Then you have Von Metal, Ligier, Lotus, Leightonhouse, and now Minardi become the 9th team to score points this season. So, well, it was an interesting race, and I think we really are hoping for jeanalesi to score points soon, because he's had great opportunities that haven't come to fruition yet. But the retirement list here was quite large. It wasn't just a Lacey. He's got to hope he can keep qualifying well to take advantage of, that and bring home some points. Well, thank you so much to all of you who have watched this race. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.